Alexander Prokhorov was a Russian physicist who became famous for his groundbreaking work in the field of physics, especially in the areas of lasers and microwave radiation. He was born on September 11, 1916, in Sochi, a city in southern Russia. Sochi, known for its beautiful beaches and warm climate, might not have seemed like the place where a future scientist would be born, but Alexander's love for science began early in his life. As a child, he was always curious and asked many questions about the world around him. He wanted to know how things worked and spent a lot of time reading books, exploring nature, and thinking about the mysteries of the universe. Growing up, Prokhorov showed a special interest in physics and mathematics. He found these subjects exciting because they helped explain the world in a way that made sense to him. His teachers recognized his potential, and they encouraged him to continue studying these subjects. Alexander's parents were supportive of his dreams, even though they didn't fully understand the science he was so passionate about. They knew that their son had a unique mind, and they wanted him to follow his passion. After finishing high school, Alexander moved to Moscow to attend university. He enrolled at Moscow State University, one of the top universities in Russia, to study physics. There, he met other young people who shared his love for science. They worked together, learning from each other, and discussing the latest ideas in the world of physics. At university, Alexander was introduced to some of the most important concepts in physics, including the study of light, electricity, and magnetism. It was during his time at university that Prokhorov became particularly interested in studying the properties of light. Light, as a part of the electromagnetic spectrum, behaves in very strange and unique ways. Understanding how light works is important because light plays a role in many technologies. Prokhorov's interest in light led him to study its interaction with other forms of energy, especially microwave radiation, which is invisible to the human eye, but has many important applications. After graduating from Moscow State University, Alexander began working in scientific laboratories where he continued his research. In the 1940s, he joined a special laboratory in Moscow, which focused on studying microwave radiation. This was a very exciting time in science, because researchers were discovering how to use different kinds of energy to communicate over long distances. In particular, microwave radiation seemed to be a good choice for carrying information through the air. It could pass through the atmosphere and travel over long distances without losing much energy. Prokhorov worked with other scientists, including Andrei Sakharov, and together they discovered that microwave radiation could be used to create more efficient systems for transmitting information. This discovery was a turning point in the development of modern communication systems. Prokhorov and his colleagues helped pave the way for technologies like satellites and long-distance radio communication, which are still in use today. The discoveries made in the 1940s and 1950s have had a huge impact on the way we communicate and share information across the globe. However, Prokhorov's most famous achievement came in the 1950s, when he started working on understanding the behavior of light at a much deeper level. During this time, he collaborated with other scientists to explore the nature of quantum physics. Quantum physics is the branch of science that deals with the behavior of very small particles, such as atoms and electrons. These tiny particles do not behave the same way as larger objects in our everyday world, so they are very difficult to understand. In the 1950s, Prokhorov made a significant breakthrough in quantum physics that would change the course of history. He worked on understanding how light interacts with atoms, and how it could be used to create a device that would emit a very powerful, concentrated beam of light. This beam of light could have many uses, from improving communication systems to advancing medical technology. The result of Prokhorov's work was the invention of the laser. A laser is a device that produces light through a process called stimulated emission. Unlike ordinary light, which spreads out in all directions, laser light is concentrated in one direction and can travel long distances without losing its power. The laser was a revolutionary invention. It has many uses today, such as in laser pointers, barcode scanners, laser surgery, and even in communication systems like fiber optic cables. The laser changed many industries, including medicine, telecommunications, and entertainment. In recognition of his important work, Alexander Prokhorov was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1964, together with two other scientists, Charles Townes and Nikolai Basov. They were all recognized for their contributions to the development of the laser. Prokhorov's Nobel Prize was a great honor and a testament to his hard work and dedication to science. However, even after receiving the Nobel Prize, Prokhorov remained humble. He never sought fame or glory for his achievements. Instead, he was always focused on his research and on solving the next scientific problem. In the years after winning the Nobel Prize, Prokhorov continued to work at the highest levels of science. He became a professor at the Moscow Institute of Physics, where he taught and mentored many young scientists. He also worked with scientists from other countries, sharing his ideas and collaborating on new projects. He spent many hours in the lab, exploring new areas of physics and continuing to make important discoveries. Prokhorov was known for his quiet, focused work ethic. He always believed that science was not about personal recognition, but about the excitement of discovering new knowledge and solving problems. Throughout his career, Prokhorov also worked on many other important projects. He made significant contributions to the understanding of quantum electronics, a field that looks at how light and matter interact at the quantum level. His work helped to improve many technologies, from the design of more efficient communication systems to the development of new medical treatments. Despite his busy career, Alexander Prokhorov remained passionate about learning. He never stopped being curious about the world, and always sought to understand more about the universe. He often said that science was about asking the right questions and trying to find the answers, even if those answers were difficult to understand. In his later years, Prokhorov's work continued to have a major influence on the world of physics and technology. The ideas he developed in the field of quantum mechanics and lasers are still studied by scientists today. His discoveries have led to new technologies and innovations that have changed the world in many ways. From improving communication systems to advancing medical technology, Prokhorov's work has made life better for people around the world. Alexander Prokhorov passed away on January 8, 2002, at the age of 85. His death was a great loss to the world of science, but his legacy continues to live on through the many technologies and ideas that he helped to create. His work in physics will continue to inspire new generations of scientists, and his name will always be remembered as one of the great minds of the 20th century. In conclusion, Alexander Prokhorov's life was dedicated to understanding the mysteries of the universe. Through his research, he made many important discoveries that have changed the way we live and communicate. His work on microwave radiation, quantum physics, and lasers revolutionized modern technology, and his ideas continue to influence the fields of science and technology today. Prokhorov's passion for learning, his dedication to science, and his humble attitude towards his accomplishments have made him a true hero of modern physics.